5 reasons that you need to live in the Apple ecosystem. The Apple ecosystem will absolutely suck you in if you're not careful. I used to be an Android guy, loved my Android. To this day, I still think that most Android phones have the best bang for your buck when it comes to just owning a phone and wanting a cheap phone. The Apple ecosystem is absolutely undefeated. And I'm gonna give you 5 reasons right now why I think that you need to be living in the Apple ecosystem. And if you're not, I really think you're living beneath your means. I think a few of these reasons may surprise you, but ultimately, it's just a simple fact. When you join the Apple ecosystem, you have seamless technology amongst all of your devices if you go all in. Give you a good example. I was an Android guy. I bought an iPad. Loved it so much, I decided I wanted an iPhone. Loved that so much, I decided I wanted an Apple Watch. From there, I got AirPods, then an Apple Pencil. Next thing I knew, I owned a MacBook. I'm all into the Apple ecosystem. I still use Windows. I still like to go outside of the ecosystem from time to time, but the integration and the experience between all the Apple devices talking to each other are simply undefeated. You are going to benefit from the Apple ecosystem. It is an absolute streamlined experience. The ability to use your iPhone and airdrop things to your iPad, airdrop them to your MacBook, to open your AirPods case, have them automatically connect. It's amazing. It's effortless compatibility is what it is. Enjoy a hassle-free experience as Apple devices effortlessly sync and communicate with each other. The integration between devices is really nice. There's a handoff. You can easily transition your Apple devices and tasks where you left off. A good example is my notes. Sometimes I'll be on my computer taking notes, and I want to access those on my phone. Now, I get that you can do this on third-party apps. Apple isn't exclusive to this, but they seem to do it the best. The experience is just really nice. I alluded to AirDrop earlier. AirDrop is so nice. I film videos on my iPhone, and I will AirDrop them to my iPad all the time for editing. And then photo sharing, of course. I've used Google Photos. It's very similar to Apple Photos in the sense that it's all cloud-based photo storage. But it's just really nice to have everything on Apple Photos, and since then, I have transitioned to Apple Photos. Oh, and by the way, Apple's a huge company that knows how to develop amazing features on their photos. They're not perfect, but it's really stinking good. And that kind of transitions into easier app and media management. When it comes to your app library, you can have the same apps on your iPhone to your iPad. If you buy a new iPhone, you can download your apps, your home screen, all that, because people spend a lot of time organizing their apps, and have it seamlessly transfer over to the new phone. The iTunes integration is great, Apple Music integration. I actually use Spotify, third party, that integrates just as well. And again, I'm not saying you need Apple for everything, but it just speaks nice to each other. Okay, we talk a lot about this and we see a lot of commercials about it, but it's true. There are enhanced security features when you're in the Apple ecosystem. Face ID and Touch ID, not exclusive to Apple, but they do a very good job. Find My. Find My is amazing, whether you're doing it with friends, other people's phones, or your own devices. My new AirPods have a little speaker on them. I can't tell you how many times I've lost my AirPods case and had to use Find My to track it. Well, it doesn't matter if I'm on my iPad or my phone, I'm able to find my device wherever it may be, and that is just amazing. Privacy controls are very good. There's a lot of optimization in your privacy settings and data protection measures that Apple will go into. I'm not an expert on this, but I do have friends that dive deeper into the tech world, and they've explained to me that the encryption, the security, the app. All right, last up is the seamless communication with other Apple devices. Ultimately, this is what got me to switch over to Apple. You want to know why? Because all my best friends had an iPhone. Because my wife had an iPhone. If you don't have iMessage, you're going to get left out. And I was okay with that for a long time, but it got to the point where I was just sick of it. And I said, great, I'm saving whatever amount of money using my Android phone, and there's this feature, but eventually Apple caught on to some of the features that I liked, like the swipe keyboard. Apple was late to the game. There's a lot of inventing that happens outside of the Apple ecosystem. Apple was able to catch up, but FaceTime is so nice. Using it with my Apple TV, hooking it up to my TV. iMessage, super great. And then shared notes. My wife and I have shared notes all the time. We're able to use for shopping. Again, there's third-party apps that complete this, but the fact of the matter is most people have iPhones, and if you want to integrate with them, you can't make them use this third-party app. They're not going to want to do that. Their Apple apps work great. I also want to add that you get exclusivity to Apple content.